FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Great question. The question was, how can somebody who is always anxious, why would he want to be president in the first place? Because the very environment is so stressful that it is constantly a source of the very thing that he's trying to get away from. Why would anybody want to be president when he's essentially functioning over his head and the presidency is a tough job? Well, it's interesting, in the second debate against Kerry, he said that. He said, I didn't realize that the presidency was such hard work. And he said that, and he said it's hard work. He must have used the word hard work 20 times in that debate. And I think he was surprised, because one of the things about being president for somebody like this is they will go to any extreme to keep the demons away. And if the demons involve a lot of anxiety that you're going to be either attacked or hurt. When he was running in New Hampshire in 2000, he gave a speech where he sort of lost his focus, and of course that was without a teleprompter. He gave a speech, he lost his focus, and you can find this speech on wherever. And he said in the middle of his speech, there's lots of enemies here. I don't know who they are, but I know they're there. Now, he was speaking about his internal enemies, I think, unconsciously. And he then sees them outside of himself, the way a paranoid person does. Well, being president allows you to be the most powerful person on earth, the powerful person in your fantasy life, wishing makes it so. You can vanquish all enemies, get rid of all danger, and you can be safe. In his mind, I think that's what being president was. It's sort of like what Warren G. Harding said in 1923 during the Teapot Dome scandal when he was finally being investigated. He said that I always thought that the office of presidency would be to do honor and favor to my friends. But I realize it's more than that. And that's what Harding said in 1923. I think that George Bush feels and felt the same way. And I think that it had to do with being surrounded, which is why he got surrounded by Secret Service, surrounded by people who would protect him. I met somebody recently in one of my talks who actually used to go drinking with him in the 80s. Before he stopped drinking. And he said that if anybody ever disagreed with Bush at a drinking place when his father was vice president, and there were Secret Service people there, he would make sure that the Secret Service people were told, and that person never was allowed to go drinking with Bush again. He had to be around people, only people who would agree with him. And this was in the 80s when he was just a drunk. I think that being president then was seen as one thing, and the fact of it is a different thing. So I think he doesn't know what he got himself into. He's really like a lost soul that way. But I think he got into it to protect himself. And the problem is that if you have these demons, there's nothing that's going to protect you. It doesn't matter how much of a Secret Service you have. You're going to start being suspicious of your Secret Service eventually. You're going to be suspicious of your own friends. Why did you look at me funny? Why did you do this? You were shifting in your chair. Does that mean you hate me or you're going to get me? I mean, you can really become paranoid about anything after a while. It does not help because he's never gotten at the initial problem.